3, 2. Oh no. Angie.
What's up?
What's up, dude?
Hi.
How are you?
Doing well.
No, is it Angie or I don't want to give your government name?
That's
like
cool.
what's good?
Well, my name is Angelica.
Angelica, okay.
For the Americans and for the Hispanics, it's Angelica.
For the No Sabo kids.
Yeah.
Angelica.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you Angie, Angelica?
I guess it's kind of changed throughout the years. So like in high school, it was like Angel,
Oh, okay.
and probably because I went to a private school, that it was like, oh, Angel, you know. And then from there, it just changed to Angie. So I guess Angie's kind of what's in right now.
There we go.
But I have no preference, just whatever.
Okay, Angie. All right.
Yeah,
So,
Angie.
have you done anything like this before?
We did one podcast, but I've never done it by myself. So
Oh, really?
it's kind of my first.
Who did you do the other podcast with?
They were called. Oh my God, I forgot.
They always forget. It's fine.
Oh, I'm so terrible. No. They're super cool, and we like totally like gained a homie from doing that.
Oh,
so
nice.
It was really nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you do that with the McCharmlys or the High Tones?
Yeah, I did that with the McCharmlys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And if you guys don't know, Angie is part of a badass band that I love dearly, the McCharmlys.
Fanboys over them.
Yeah.
Aw.
Not even that much. Why do you gotta give that out for?
I'm just kidding.
I'm honored. Thank you. I'm sure the boys would be happy too.
So thanks for coming in and doing this.
Thank you for having me. This is kind of exciting. I don't know. It was a nice little reach out. I was like, hell yeah, I want to do this.
Right? Yeah, it's pretty fun. We've been doing it for a couple of years now. So thanks for coming out.
Cool. Thank you.
So Santa Ana.
Santa Ana. Yep.
That's where you're from?
That's where I'm from. So I was originally born in Linwood, Los Angeles. Yeah.
Okay.
What's up? Shout out.
Shout out to Linwood. Linwood.
I'm from Paramount, so we're neighbors.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
But I was born in Linwood and I lived in LA for, I don't know, maybe like 2 years. And then I moved to Santa Ana. And I've been there ever since. So I think for a little bit I moved to Fullerton. And then I just ended up moving back. And I ended up finding a really nice spot that I love. And now I'm just there in downtown. Pretty close.
Sophia is a really good dog.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, she's a really good dog. Can we get... before we put the dog cam, this is the first time ever somebody has brought their other half with them.
Yeah. This is my shadow. This is my Pokemon.
And we got a dog cam, ladies and gentlemen.
Sophia.
Ay, qué chula.
Say hello.
No, she's a really good dog. She just chills right there, right?
Yeah, with her bowl of pozole right there. Su plato de pozole.
Those were our pozole bowls in my mom's house.
Now it's a dog bowl and
Now
ice
it's a
bowl
dog
now.
bowl. We can't have her see it.
We
Look at her stretching.
repurposed it.
Aww.
Oh, that's awesome. But she's a really good dog.
Yeah, thank you for having both of us. I was a little concerned on bringing her over. I don't know if she's going to like, que si se va a enfadar or something like that, but she seems...
Seems okay, right?
Yeah, she seems fine. Ahorita se va a arrastrar.
So like doing this compared to going on stage, is it any different? Do you still get those nerves flowing?
Totally. I think just in like all around, I'm just like a nervous person.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm super self-critical and very nervous about like, oh, am I doing this correctly? You know, am I okay? Was that answer too sharp? Was I being nice enough? Was I being okay? Like, I'm very, guess I overthink a lot.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little nerve-wracking, but then I just have to push myself. Just do it.
But I think the positive thing about that is that you become somewhat of a perfectionist. Like, you're very detail-oriented in what you do, right?
Yeah, that, but also I also feel like there's moments where I'm just like, just put it out there, you know, just throw it out there. A ver qué pasa.
Yeah, because you can't tell when you go on stage. It looks like you're owning everything, and it's natural.
Yeah.
No,
I would have never thought you would like be second guessing yourself.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you just get up on stage, throw your guitar, and do your thing.
Well,
That's what it looks like.
It's fun. It's such a privilege. I'm just happy that I'm able to do this and that people actually like it. I'm like, sweet. All right, great.
What was the first moment like when you went on stage? Tell me about that.
I don't even remember when the first moment was. I've been on stage for a long time.
Okay.
And not just on stage, but behind cameras. I used to do a little bit of acting.
Really?
I did a lot of things.
Really? Okay.
Very fortunate enough to have parents that were like, what do you want to do? What's up with it? I'm like, I want to do this. And they were like, all right, well, one condition, you can do whatever you want. And, we'll work 2 jobs or we'll like try to do whatever to help you to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to stick it out. So I was like, okay, and that really pushed me in a lot of ways to do sports, to learn how to do everything that I wanted to do, everything that I set my mind to do. So that was helpful.
What kind of sports did you play?
Ooh, swimming and track.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are my like top ones. I did a little bit of volleyball, a little bit of basketball, but I'm mainly like a runner and a swimmer.
Besides the guitar and singing, do you play any other instruments?
I play the bass. I play a little bit of piano. I'm not like, all crazy, but I can hold a chord.
Oh yeah.
And I can kind of, make a song out of something. Even if I don't know what I'm doing, it's just about like sound and what's pleasing and what, I try to study my own favorite songs and see what is it about this song that I like. Is it the way that is played or the way, that bell is in the background ever so slightly? Like, that drives me crazy, like stuff like that.
Do you like the Beach Boys at all?
I love the Beach Boys.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pet Sounds is probably like one of the best fucking album that I can wrap my head around.
I agree. Till this day, I can't get over it.
I don't know why you said Bell and automatically Pet Sounds.
Pet Sounds
came to my head for some odd reason. Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of bells.
There's a lot of sounds in there, right?
Yeah, and like the very last song too, there's like all these animals and what is it, like a train of some sort passes by, and no sé qué madre. I was like, oh damn, okay.
But yeah, so besides the Beach Boys, who else inspires you and influences you?
Ooh, a lot of bands. You'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Right now on the way over here, I was listening to Julio Jaramillo. Are you guys familiar with him?
Amber, are you?
I can't say that.
Can we look this guy up?
But we're gonna look him up.
Yeah.
Maybe I am. Maybe I've heard him and I don't know on top of my head.
Julio Jaramillo. So, yeah. Let's see. What song do I like? What's the like my main song that I like? It's not Ódiame. No, it's like Rodando tu esquina.
Rodando tu esquina.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
Ódiame is pretty good too, but it's like all boleros, like very like.
Oh, nice. Over here? No, wait.
That one's good too. Just put that one. That one's.
I think it's like a compilation. Let's see.
Throw it on. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all like.
No puedo verte triste
Just
porque me mata.
The melody, the way it sounds sad.
De pena, mi dulce amor.
It's beautiful.
Me duele tanto el llanto que tú derramas, que se llena de angustia mi corazón. Yo sufro lo indecible.
Yeah, like I'm inspired by a lot of boleros, a lot of like, I don't know, I like a lot of things, a lot of different things. And I mean, yes, like I love the Beach Boys, I love the Beatles too, like they're a huge influence on me. But there's just so much out there, there's so much that I've learned, and I feel like, I don't know, I like it all and I want to do it all, but the McCharmlys is like a nice little other version of myself that it's like a part of me, you know. Like,
that's a good way to put it. I like that.
Yeah, it's just like one part of Angie, but there's like a million other parts of Angie. You mentioned the Tritones earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm also currently writing with them, but we're in the process of changing our name.
Oh, okay.
Which, if you want, I'll drop it here.
Hey, drop it.
So the name of the band, we're going to change it, or we're hoping to change it, and we're hoping to name it Oralia.
Oh, wow.
Which we actually got inspired from another artist that came out with a song titled that way, but we also found out that it's a name from like other people, you know, like it's like a female name that means like golden sun, or like a strong sun, or like a bright sun, something along the lines like that. But we just loved it. And yeah, the music is very much also inspired by like things like this, which is like perfect. I just like to mix all my favorite things together.
Say the band name again.
Oralia.
Oralia. Okay. And
but we're called the Tritones right now.
Okay.
So I kind of joined their group.
Okay.
And we're slowly
transitioning
and
to
writing. Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow.
And that's like another part of Angie, you know, like another version of like, oh, you know, there's rock and roll. There's like this other thing, you know.
And you said that Julio Jaramillo is what type of music is that? Is this?
Is it like trio, bolero, like
bolero?
Like
what is
a
bolero?
mixture between like a trio and a bolero, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's a bolero?
Bolero is like, how would you describe it? Yeah.
Let's Google it. Is this music, Angie, like your parents' music? Did you grow up listening to this?
My parents like it. I was.
But it wasn't?
Oh, hell no. No. I was raised like my mom liked what? Ezequiel Peña,
Okay.
Thalia, Menudo.
Oh, okay.
You know,
the 80s stuff, like
The-
yeah.
80s, early 90s stuff. Okay.
Exactly. Like Paulina Rubio during the mío, ese hombre es mío phase, you know, like that.
Yes.
Bolero is a 1928 work of large orchestra by French composer. Wait, hold on. I think that is a name of
Right here,
a song. Okay. Bolero is a genre of song which originated in eastern Cuba in the late 19th century as a part of the trova tradition.
I don't know. I guess we can't really.
What's trova?
Yeah, what is trova? Now I'm like,
Isn't trova like the instruments, like the?
is a form of a love song.
Oh. Ooh. Look up trova.
Mostly Mexican composers working in the 1940s wrote songs that became popular throughout the Spanish-speaking world. The lyrics often reflect themes of bittersweet, unrequited betrayal, or eternal love.
So maybe bolero is not like the actual like instrument music. I think it's like the theme of these songs, right?
Like a bolero. Like a bolero is like a... I don't know. I feel like I was just... I've listened to this stuff for so long that I'm like, that's a bolero. That's not a bolero, you know?
Yeah, like you can kind of differentiate between like a bolero, a trio. Things
So it's like a filling?
I would say like a genre, like
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah,
Angie?
yeah. It's like a genre.
What's the
genre
root?
with feeling.
What's the root word of bolero?
I don't know.
Culero. I'm just kidding.
You have to understand,
We're like,
Angie, that
bolero,
I don't know Spanish.
Oh.
I'm a no sabo kid.
No
I may
español.
look like I know Spanish.
What are you, girl?
What am I? I'm
You're Mexican.
I'm Chicano.
You're
Yeah.
Chicano. Okay, yeah.
I can like read it perfectly, but I can understand maybe 70% of it.
I think it's great to be curious.
Like 70?
Yeah, let's dig in. I mean, I could always learn some more.
Like I learned the rubber. What is it?
La sobadora.
Sobadora.
La sobadora?
Yes, I learned
Rubber.
that. Yeah.
He tried to ask us like we're like, oh, we're talking about another guest we had about a sobadora, you know. He took him to a sobadora, and Gill's like, what's a sobadora?
Yeah.
And we're like trying to explain to him what it is, and he's like, well, what does that translate to in English? And I'm like,
There's a
the
really
rubber.
Like a sobadora?
Yeah.
Yeah, like she
like the rub, like she's rubbing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a good clip on YouTube if anybody wants to go check that out. The clip is just one of my all-time
I think you
favorites.
learn a new word from me daily, right?
Daily, yeah.
About daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, every couple of days I learn a new word. No, I know a genre of music now.
Yeah.
Bolero.
Bolero.
Yeah, bolero. And I've been like super into rock en español for the past 3 weeks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Soda Studio is probably
so
like
Stereo.
Estelios. Thank you.
Oh,
Is my jam right now.
really?
And Zoe is my jam.
Zoe's awesome.
Hells yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've found a new love for like a different genre of music lately.
That's cool. Let me show you some stuff. I'll show you something I've been really into lately.
There we go.
show us.
Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people like them, but Ramona, have you heard of Ramona?
Mm-mm.
Check
I've
them
heard
out.
of Ramona Ayala.
Oh, no, sí, Ramona Ayala, no, sí, pero
Pero Ramona?
Ramona, uh-huh. So, I mean, that's like their top song. It's really great.
No, these
But the-
songs are gonna make us
The
want to
style.
drink.
Por eso tenemos.
A ver, pues, where we could dry, all parched.
I'm like,
You want something to drink? I got you something right here.
sure, yeah. I mean, would you guys like some?
Yeah.
It's not as rock, pero
Oh, I like them.
You want ice?
I'll just drop it. It's fine. Thank you. Gracias.
Yeah. Amber, do you want some?
No, I'm gonna wait for a burr. I'm okay, thank you.
I love this kind of music,
They sound really good.
right?
And this is a new, like how they're not that old, right? Like they're
No, they're not that old. It's like there's like this new style coming up with Ramona and like another guy called Daniel Me Está Matando. It's all good music. Daniel Me Está Matando.
I feel like a lot of bands now, like including your guys's, is bringing that like 60s, 70s, like
I love it.
Mexican, like.
Cheers. Thank you.
Salud.
Salud.
Oh, by the way, you're not allergic to like banana or anything, are you?
No, this is
Oh my
amazing.
God,
by the
once-
way.
Okay.
Once you started drinking it,
Sorry.
you're like, wait, you're not allergic, right?
I'm like,
No,
I know.
call the
it's
doctor.
I have
it's
an EpiPen, don't worry.
well, actually we do.
We do. I have food allergy.
It's banana whiskey.
Ooh, this
Yeah.
is
It smells good, right?
yeah, this is cool.
Yeah. First time I had it was on a buddy of mine on his podcast and the Rambling Alcoholics podcast, and he has like whiskey bottles everywhere.
I love it.
Yeah. So a friend of mine tried this one. I had a Buffalo Trace, I think it was called.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I smelled this one and I was like, you know what? I have to get a bottle for that.
Yeah, this is like sweet, very light. Sí te va a agarrar. Because it's so like, it's just smooth, it's just easy to drink. You're not like hit instantly by the bitterness. That's
Super good, right? It's dangerous.
It's tasty. That's what it is.
So besides this guy or these guys, what other music
This is
do you?
different.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
like kind of the same style that I'm. It's like it's called bolero glam,
Oh,
Oh, I like that.
right?
okay.
A little slower, but
Oh, that's so cool.
Me abres un cielo que aunque no es azul, me tienes volando aún.
This kind of sounds like a song that already exists. No, like the music track. No,
Yeah,
am I
it's-
tripping?
no, definitely. I think it's nostalgic. I think it's
Yeah.
very much something that is familiar, but has an interesting twist to it.
Wow. Oh, I really like it.
I like it. We were listening to some stuff earlier too, right, Ember?
Yeah. I was showing him the Fue en un café, the song.
Fue en un café.
Oh. Do you
A
know
ver,
that?
enséñamela.
Watch, I'll show you guys.
But yeah, we were looking for she was looking for that, but a lot of the like the old Spanish, I guess, in the 60s that were like kind of like oh, there we go.
Those episodes.
Yeah. there's a lot of stuff that inspires the McCharmlys too. It's like this style. Like it's I can name tons of songs así en español that my grandma actually used to like play for me.
That's how I know all these songs.
Yeah.
I love this type of music. It's really cool.
Same.
Yeah, well, the first time I heard you guys play and I seen it, I was like, damn, these guys are doing like a 5-piece fucking vocal harmony, and I was just like, what?
Thank you. Yeah.
Like, you don't see that often. Like, you don't. Well, at least for me, the first time I seen it, I was just like, oh wow, that's something that you don't see. Like, at least for me, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, yeah, thank you. Yeah, the boys are amazing singers. I'm like really fortunate to be playing with a bunch of guys that, number one, like to sing and aren't like scared to go ahead and use their voice and play like all badass. So we're just it's fun and they sound so good. Like I like to capture a lot of our behind the scenes because it's raw. It's like that's what we are. It's just there's no edit. There's no like extra reverb. It's like if we post something on IG and you see us singing, it's like raw.
Yeah. Yeah, you posted something earlier. Was it today or yesterday? Like
I've been posting all week.
Yeah, you zoomed in on Ringo Starr, that video.
Mm-hmm.
And it was your the bass player's name? His name?
Carlos.
And
Eddie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like I seen that video and I was like, oh man, I can't wait. This is cool. That video,
Awesome.
that background,
Yeah.
behind
Ringo?
the scenes, dude, was
Yeah.
cool.
Thank you. Yeah, we were recording at Jazz Cats,
Okay.
which is located in Long Beach. If you've never been or you've never, I don't know, you want to make some cool music, you got to hit up Johnny from Jazz Cats.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. No bullshit, straight to the point, straight to music. And what do you want to do? That's the way you want it. All right. Bam, bam, bam. I love it. So
That's sweet.
He's awesome.
How long were you guys in the studio for?
I think like a total of like, we were in the studio like 4 or 5 times.
Oh,
maybe.
okay.
But that was like within a span of like 2 years.
Oh, okay.
We actually recorded this album a few times with other people, but it's just kind of fallen through.
Really?
Yeah, we've been kind of like rotating members too.
Wow.
This is like the most solid lineup too. And sometimes our drummer, Bobby, he's currently in the Navy, so sometimes he can't make it to all the gigs. So we'll like move around members so we can continue to play and continue to just have fun.
How long have you guys been like a band for?
Since 2018.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I've I mean, since I like came back on the music scene, I seen you guys play with Los Yesterdays, Bad Hombres, and there
Maria
was
Sanchez.
and
Adrian.
and Adrian Carmine, yeah. So that was the first night that like I seen you guys, and I'm like, man, these guys are fucking cool.
I remember that was at the Goldfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun show. I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God, like I don't think they like this kind of stuff. Because I feel like LA is mainly like into soul right now. Like everyone's really on that soul train, and it sounds amazing. And I mean, it's really popping off. So I'm just kind of like, oh, I hope people, like this kind of stuff. We're just having fun and experimenting with it. But yeah.
Has the music evolved since 2018? Like, or have you guys always like started the way that you guys are now?
The music has definitely evolved, mainly because we added on like members. So like Eddie is our newest member. Oh, Eddie's the one with the scarf and the sick 12 guitar, the 12 string. So he's our newest member, but he's like such a joy to have.
That's a 12-string guitar?
Yeah, he plays a 12-string. He plays
electric?
everything too. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. So it kind of adds like an extra
that's
like
cool.
swang to the sound.
Damn, I'm blind. I didn't know that was a 12-string guitar.
Yeah, Eddie plays a 12, Carlos plays the bass, I play rhythm, David plays like lead, and then Bobby plays drums.
So it's David. Okay.
Yeah,
Getting
David's
all
the
their
one
names
going,
down. Yeah. So since 2018, that's pretty rad. Were you with them like from like getting everybody together? Like
Yeah.
from you're an OG?
Yeah, well, originally Bobby and I started the band.
Okay.
So I didn't even want to have this band. It was more of like, okay, well, I have these songs, and I had I was with someone else at the time, and the person I was with was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like we should play these songs. I was like, okay. So we started playing, and just kind of caught on. I just kind of kept doing it, and then it was myself and Bobby and this guy that was bass, and then he went somewhere else, and then we decided to come with Carlos. Carlos, also another great addition to the band, just a wonderful musician. And we added him, and then we added David. We kind of met with David. I personally asked David to jam because he's in another band called the Valley Rats.
Okay.
They're amazing too. You should definitely check them out. But yeah, him and his brother are twins, and they play in this other band. I was like, yo, you guys should jam. And he ended up sticking around and ended up liking the songs, and we have until this day. And yeah, Eddie's the last one. Eddie's the last one that kind of jumped on board. I was like, hey, you want to play? He's like, yeah, dude, I love the songs. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah.
Where did you meet Eddie?
Eddie. Oh, I met Eddie through Carlos.
Oh, okay, cool.
Eddie is actually Carlos's roommate. So, and I guess Eddie used to be in another band a long time ago called the Whiskey Dynamos.
Okay.
Which was one of Carlos's favorite bands. So I guess they kind of kept in contact, and that's just kind of how it happened. So I got like a 2-for-1 deal. I was like,
that's how the Avengers assembled, essentially.
Yep, essentially.
McCharmlys
assemble.
Everybody has like a different color ring.
Yeah, like a different color scarf.
Oh yeah, there we go. Scarf. Sorry, excuse me. That has a little bit more flavor than a ring does. But that's cool, dude. Dang, since 2018. Mm-hmm. How long were you playing music before then? Before you started the McCharmlys?
Okay.
Long time? Is that a loaded question?
Yeah, I've been writing songs since I was like 8, I'd say.
Oh wow.
I think just like writing,
damn, that's cool.
Writing. Making up melodies in my head before I even knew how to play guitar, before anything. I was just like, da 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 da. Mm-hmm. Cool. All right, I'm just gonna write to that. And I would just try to remember the melody, and I'd just go from there. But eventually I begged my mom to teach me or to take me to go get lessons. She's like, all right, then guitar lessons, boom. Singing lessons, boom. So I ended up in an academy where I did a lot of like voiceovers and dancing and a little bit of modeling. I just learned like various things. Then I got an agent. I started doing commercials.
Okay.
Yeah, I got deep into it.
Dang.
I was like, I want to do
like,
it.
are you in a commercial we can
Wait, hold on. Yeah, exactly. Are you in a commercial that we can pull up?
Ooh, I don't know if it's. I did a commercial. I don't even remember when. What 2013? I really don't know.
Oh, it's been a while.
She knows.
But it was. I really don't. It was a commercial for Disney Channel. So my agent called me up.
Dang.
My agent's name was Miriam, and she was the same agent. She was Shia LaBeouf's agent when he was in like Even Stevens and like all that stuff. So
Big
she
Fat
was
Liar,
like,
right?
Yeah,
that was him, right?
Okay. Yeah.
No, that was Frankie Muniz.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Si sabe.
Dang, see, that's why. See that she's good.
Yeah.
That's why I have her over there.
Cool.
She's great.
Yeah, just keep us on check. But so she called me up. She's like, "Hey, there's this awesome opportunity. You should go." I was like, "Okay, whatever." So the segment was called "That's the Word."
Okay.
And it was from Disney Channel. And basically, we were promoting The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody 2, I believe, and High School Musical. So we're like, oh, yeah, and that's the word. Like, so we had to like point at the camera and be all like, you know? But that was the one commercial I did. And I was like homeschooled for a day. Or like, I guess trailer school. Like, they had me in a trailer, like getting my makeup done. And
wow.
So I was like, all right.
And how old were you when all this was going on?
12, something like that. Maybe 12, 13, maybe.
And this was what, in 2003?
I think.
Or 2013?
I honestly don't remember.
That's the word.
Yeah, something.
That's the word Disney. Maybe can we look that up?
You could try. No, I mean, I'd be surprised too. I'm sure my mom has like a little video
Your
recording
mom
of it
probably
somewhere.
has everything. Let's call your mom. No.
Seriously, Ama.
¿Tienes mis comerciales, Omar?
En un video por ahí.
That's the word.
That's the word. Put like Disney Channel, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. I don't know. See if that'll come out.
Oh, yeah, I seen a commercial.
Yeah, it might be
up
Sweet
there.
Life on deck, actually.
Maybe on deck?
Yeah. A ver. Is it?
Dang, we have a Disney kid on the show
Not
today.
really. It was just a commercial. It was like one commercial.
Okay, commercial Disney
Is it
kid.
that one? No.
No, I honestly it was a long time ago.
I'm gonna keep looking for it while you guys talk. So
And I
don't
was
worry.
like, I was like in the swimming lessons at this point. So like,
Yeah.
you know, I was spending my summer with like a bunch of kids. And I remember I got made fun of the whole summer for it.
Why?
They're like, oh, we saw you on Disney Channel, haha.
Oh, they
were
see.
just,
Okay.
yeah, they were just like, you
Oh,
look
they're
so
jealous.
stupid. I was like,
Uh,
I was like, at
they're
least I was
jealous.
on it.
yeah, right.
Bitch.
I know. You're
I'm
like, bitch. Kids are assholes.
Kids are assholes. I got made fun of.
Now
for
as
a
an
lot of
adult,
shit.
you're like, cool, you were on a commercial.
I
As a
know,
kid, you were
man.
like,
Yeah.
jeez.
Once upon a time. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you did this commercial. Did you do any other work?
Yeah, I did more work for like college students. So like college students that needed, you know, actresses for hires. I would like
Oh, okay.
go to universities or colleges and like be a part of their whatever they hired me for. So I did a few different kinds of commercials, but I never really got to see any of them really.
Mhm.
This one was the only one that I really got to see because it like aired on TV.
So you were a minor, so that means your parents were pretty supportive of you
Yeah.
doing this type of work.
hmm
That's awesome.
I was very blessed, very
Yeah.
fortunate to be able to have a mom and a dad to push me and be like, all right, you want to do this, but you need to follow through. There's no quitting.
Yeah.
There's never no quitting. Like you have to follow through the season or follow through whatever you're doing. If I'm going to do, you know, this amount, you're going to learn.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Are either of them musicians or anything?
Hell no.
No? So just
Not at all.
No one in your family can sing and play instruments?
Cousin, second cousin,
Well, how do I put this?
brother, sister.
So I was raised by my stepdad,
Okay.
stepdad and my mom. So that's my biological mom, but I had a stepdad. And as far as I know, from my biological side of the family, I think I might have like one distant uncle that probably played something, but nothing direct. Like my dad was very like, I don't need you to be listening to no secular music in the house. Da, da, da. You know, very like
Okay.
strict, very like he would show me Led Zeppelin to show me the bad stuff about it.
Oh.
You know, like, oh, check this out. They're actually worshiping
What was bad
Satan.
about it? So he
You
was
know.
so he was
He played it backwards. That
Yeah,
type of stuff.
exactly. That's not, yeah, he'd be like, check this out.
so he was very like a religious person.
What would my dad say? Because my dad would be very much like, oh, well, you know, religious is different than being a Catholic or
Mhm.
whatever he might say. But it's like, yeah, he very much is
Like a
believes
really
in God and is very
okay.
very much into studying theology. I'd
Okay,
say.
so
Yeah.
he was theist, pretty much, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Not any type of like Christianity or Catholicism.
He's
or-
Catholic.
Catholic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was raised Catholic. I was brought up Catholic. I went to a private Catholic school. I was
Okay.
fortunate enough to grow up in a private Catholic school. So yeah,
Dang.
yeah.
How long were you in the Catholic school for?
Until I graduated high school.
Really?
hmm
Dang.
Uniform from second grade till
Uh-huh.
till 18
What was that like?
or. What was that like?
Yeah.
It was fine. I mean, I hated high school in general. I just hated high school.
So it doesn't matter whether you're in Catholic school in high school or public
yeah.
school. Everybody just hates it, right?
Yeah, I was like, please take me out. Like, I hate it.
Dang, dude, that's wild. But how do you feel about religion now?
Well, I think it's very personal. I definitely think it's just something that, you know, it's tailored to each person and whatever you believe. You know, like I don't want to be the kind of person to like shove my ideals
Right.
onto anybody else or make someone else feel bad for believing in whatever they believe in. On the contrary, I think it's like a good thing to listen to another person and you know what they believe in, because you never know. You could always learn something, whether it's for you or not. It's always learning experience.
Okay. But you wouldn't go out to like Friday night service.
I would, like, I went to church with my dad last Sunday.
Oh, okay.
He invited me to church, and just something that I did growing up, and I don't mind spending an hour, going to church with my dad. I think I enjoy more the music. Like, I'm more excited about listening to the Samoans sing out at church, or like, it's just, I was brought up with the idea of like, if you sing your prayers, God will listen to them like 10 times more, supposedly, is what like a nun would tell us back in elementary school. So I would like sing really loud and be all like, I hope God hears this. God.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah.
Did you sing in Catholic school?
I did everything. I did altar serving. I did singing in choir.
Well, yeah, that's right, because you said that you did sports. You did sports with the school too.
I did sports.
Dang.
Yeah, I did it all. I just wanted to do it all. I've always been like a restless child. Even when I'm resting, I'm like, I'm not doing enough. It's like, what else can I do? What else can I do? What else do I like to do? Like,
Like, what do you like doing now? Besides, we were thinking about that, right, Amber? Like, I mean, we're going through we were kind of stalking you a little bit. We're going through your profile. You're like, okay, this girl's in 2 bands. She obviously she's a photographer. She likes taking her camera and taking, capturing moments, videography and all that shit. I'm like, dude, like, and then we're like, where do you find the time? Like, like what other stuff do you do that you don't put on your profile?
A lot of my time is honestly spent on music. Like, probably 99% of my day revolves around music. So I'm a professional photographer by day. I work, doing videos and
okay, so that's your day job
and editing. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
It's one of my many passions.
For any type of what's the subject? Is it food? Is it
it's
people?
It's food.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Hey.
it's food. It's
Dude.
food. You want to check it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and check it out.
You're
You're-
a food photographer.
You're hanging out with 2 foodies right now.
Yes. I'll show you.
Is it on your Instagram?
Yeah, so I work for a company that basically it's not on my profile, but you can look it up. So the first one is Nature's Flavors. You can look up Nature's Flavors, and they're located in Orange, and they make a lot of like like holistic food, like very natural.
Okay.
Everything is all organic. And Bill, which is the CEO of the company, is like very much, I love that guy. He's so about his craft and like helping people feel better about themselves. So all these videos, so like that one, that espresso cookie one, if you go down a little bit.
This one?
Yeah, that one I shot.
Oh, wow.
So like little videos of the cookies. We bake everything. It's a pretty simple video. It's nothing like crazy, but the lighting is what really
It looks good. It looks really good.
So you edit it together, you slap it together. The color's a little off. See, I'm already like, But Instagram sucks. They like just lower the quality so
They do,
hard.
right?
Yeah. So here's one. And then I also work for another company called Yum Matcha.
Oh, okay.
So this guy believes in his product then.
Very much.
That's what I hear.
He dives. That's like his whole religion is like natural and holistic and what's good for the body and like
wow.
that one I did not shoot. That
No,
one
not this one.
is like an influencer. But if you that one that heart shaped eyes I shot recently.
This one right here?
Mm-hmm. So you got to make everything look
Ooh.
like.
It looks
tantalizing.
nice. It does. It makes me want to have some.
I want matcha now. Do we have matcha anywhere?
Right? I
We
should bring
don't.
you guys some samples. It's really good. They use like healthy sugars. It just slips my mind what kind of sugars they use, but they're great. It tastes really good. It's very light but still creamy if you put in like some oat milk. It's
Sounds
really
delicious.
good. It's really good.
I also seen that I'm gonna go on this one, right?
Yeah, it's
Is
my
this the one?
photography page that I've abandoned.
So we just met R&B.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah.
played at open mic.
We met them last month actually.
Yeah, last
Yeah.
My boys. So, funny thing about R&B is that Jose, we have friends called, well, they were in a band called the Hollow 45s, and it was just 3 guys, and 2 of them got married, and those 2 weddings, we sat next to each other. So that's how Jose and I got to know each other, simply going to our homie's wedding. And he's like, "Oh, I'm in this band called R&B." So we just became friends. Sick basses. They're just a great band.
They're
cool.
great. Yeah,
They're so cool.
Yeah, they closed out our show last month.
Oh yeah. They're so awesome. So I got Jose a job at my dispensary that I was working at the time. So you know, it's cool that like I knew him through music, and then I got to like know him through work. So he was like my coworker at a certain point.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I got to photograph them, and I think it's Randall or one of them does a lot of the graphics for the band, and I'm just like super impressed.
Randall is your twin, Gill.
Is it?
Yeah.
He took it all like next level. So they're very talented.
They're
guys.
really cool, and the band is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all pretty cool to talk to.
Yeah.
And he's my twin, my long lost twin.
Gill.
We Randall.
Randall.
Yeah, we found that out there.
They were dressed the same on the day of the...
Yeah, we had the same color pants, same color
Really?
shirt.
Did you guys take a photo?
We did.
Yes.
Did we post it? Do we have that
I
anywhere?
don't know. I think I could see in the horchateria one to see if the group one.
Just the group
But-
photo, right? But we were like not holding each other.
Yeah,
but we're,
I have one, but
I
it's in
love
the
it.
phone. But I kept seeing, I didn't know that guy was there. And then I was like, wait, what? How did he get there and then there? And then at some point, Randall kissed his girlfriend.
You were like, wait.
And then I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, looked, and I'm like, wait, Gil's right next to me. Okay, that's not him. And I was like, what the fuck? This is your twin.
Amber's about to throw some hands.
I was going to throw some hands. Oh, look, they're right here.
Oh, cool.
Do you see them?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm like, I can't zoom in because I can't zoom out.
I'm so happy you guys know each other. That's so
But
cool.
yeah. They were really cool.
Shout out to R&B and Jose and Randall and Carlos.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to get them on the podcast. I know one of them were they were talking about coming and doing this, but
Yeah.
yeah, dude, we were looking at that, and it was just like, what the fuck? Like, we just met these guys, and we just met you. So that was pretty crazy. And then especially the story that you're telling now about the wedding.
Yeah, we sat like 2 weddings. I was like, all right. So
2 weddings too.
Now I know him. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? It's you again. And we just, got to talking.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
How long were you at this dispensary for?
Well, I don't know, like a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
I kind of hopped around from dispensary to dispensary because another one of my greatest passions is cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I was fortunate enough to work for like an all-female cannabis dispensary, and I learned a lot from them. So I do a lot of I did a lot of marketing for them. I did a lot of marketing for cannabis. So I familiarized myself with like, what you can and cannot post online.
Oh, really? There's a do and don't? Really?
Absolutely. For Instagram, hell yeah.
Oh, for Instagram.
Yeah, you can get shadow banned. You can get your account deactivated, and that's like your source. Like Instagram's like kind of major.
I don't get it. Is it the same way for cannabis as it is for alcohol?
Almost.
Oh, okay.
Almost like
similar.
I don't think you can even promote alcohol on Instagram. I mean, you'll see it, but it's probably worded very, a certain way, or probably. And if they are getting away with it, then consider them lucky. They're getting away with it, because you can't like show certain things. You can't like, I don't know, put a cartoon with alcohol, or like.
Oh yeah, of course.
Or you can't like show people being like inebriated, or like someone like actually smoking a joint on camera. You shouldn't. Like it's legally like you can't do that. But
according to Instagram's
just guidelines.
There are guidelines.
Guidelines, people will report you. If they're like haters, they'll just find anything to report you, and it'll be valid. Like, yeah.
Your old nun that tried to give you an F, but you ended up passing the class.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, Angie took this picture. I'm not going to let this fly.
I don't know.
No, but so that's I don't know. That's super weird. Well, as long as they're treating it similar to alcohol,
Yeah.
because that would blow if alcohol kind of had more of lenience with
Well,
Instagram versus cannabis.
I agree with you, but I've kind of left that side of Instagram for a long time. Like I don't even really dive too much in the cannabis industry as much as I used to anymore, or even in the alcohol industry. Like that's kind of something that I would like to dive into, simply because I love alcohol. Why am I gonna lie? I love alcohol. I was a bartender at one point, and I completely loved it. It changed my life. It completely taught me about mixology and what goes with what, and just simply like being a therapist to people. Like I love talking to people, so it was nice to give them a little drink, hang out with them. I couldn't drink with them at my bar, but it was just nice to connect with a stranger and not have to be drunk. You just serve them and you get to know them.
Definitely.
Hand them some advice and then watch them go away.
That's the good thing, that you can just let them watch them.
Unless they pass out of the bar, then that's like.
What type of bar was it? Just like a dive bar? Was it?
I worked at a hotel bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I worked at a Hyatt hotel for like 5 years, and I started there as like a food runner. One of my friends, her dad was the head of the food and beverage department. Mm-hmm. So I was like, what's up? Give me a job. Back when I was a teenager.
Food runner.
A food runner. So
cool.
I would run the food to the guests.
I know all about that.
So I did that for a minute. And then I slowly made my way to a server. And then once I became a server, I was like, you know what? I want to bartend. I like drinking. I like drinks. I like to taste things.
You like the money.
And the money is a great bonus.
But the money was the last thing that you were thinking about?
Well, yeah, because sometimes it wasn't that great. Like I would work day shifts and I would mainly take that blow because I wanted to do music so much more.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I've done a lot of jobs and I've gotten fired from a lot of jobs and I've quit a lot of jobs simply to be able to do music or to be able to tour or to be able to like do anything. Like my life is music.
Yeah.
And I just want to do that. But it's nice that I get to do another one of my passions, which is photography. So it's like I'm doing everything that I've wanted to do.
Photography by day. Badass fucking front man at night. Front woman, excuse me. I don't want to assume your gender. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. But do you like craft beer?
I love craft beer. What you got here?
We got our homies over there at Ambitious Ales in Long Beach, California, gifted us a few flavors. Today we got Berry Shower, which is a sour blonde, conditioned on raspberry puree and Madagascar vanilla beans. That's a 7.0 ABV.
Wow, delicious.
Check that out. This is one of my favorites right now, Gandalf the Crisp.
The Pilsner?
Which is the New Zealand style Pilsner. 5%. This is really good. I had this earlier today with my lunch or my dinner, my linner, as Amber calls it. And Football Shorts, West Coast IPA, 7.2 ABV. So what do you want to try? What do you want to try, Amber?
I'll have whatever you guys don't have. That's okay.
Oh.
But what do you like, though? Like, what's, what calls
I don't know. I'm not I shouldn't say how. I'm not a big beer. But I like something light. I don't like anything too.
Hey, the Pilsner?
Probably the Pilsner, what you had earlier today.
Or the sour?
Amber, or the sour?
I like the sour. I like sour stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do
For you, Amber. I'll take the West Coast IPA.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, guys, at Ambitious Ales. They're really cool.
Thank you, Ambitious Ales.
Brewery.
Yeah, this is cool.
Right there on Atlantic. Is it Atlantic Boulevard or Avenue? No, Thanks, Angie.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ambitious Ales.
Thank you, Ambitious Ales. This labeling is super cute.
Isn't it awesome?
It is.
I love it, yeah.
It's a super cool place. Cheers.
Salud. Cheers.
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 Ooh.
It's delicious. I love this.
Oh my God, mine is so good.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to try it, I have a clean cup right here.
Yeah, this is delicious. No, likewise. I'm good. I really love this. This is
Good.
right up my alley.
Cool.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool place. Amber and I actually one of our first couple of dates were in that place.
Cool.
And Amber, how did you manage? Yeah, I know, but how did you manage to break like 3 glasses in a span of like 30 minutes?
It was 2.
Aww.
I was really, really nervous. And we were sitting by like the window and he was kind of standing and I was like sitting and I was like nervous. And I don't know what the fuck possessed me. I was not drunk, anything. And I like knocked the glass over the first time. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. So then Gill like cleans it up and then he goes and he gets me a new one. And then like not even 5 minutes later, I knock it over a fucking again.
Oh.
Like the same way. And then after that, I was like, I don't want to drink. And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. And I don't think I drank after that because I was so nervous.
It was a good while before I took her to any place that had alcohol. I was like, okay, she's one of these. All right, I need to be careful where I take this woman.
That's cool. How did you guys meet? If you guys don't mind me asking.
We met like about 20 years ago. I'm just kidding.
No, we said 11 years ago.
We said 11. Yeah,
I'm like, you want the story we tell our family? Or
we were
you
doing
want
the
the
math.
rest?
11 years ago.
I love that you have to have 2 stories.
Yeah.
Well, it's because we
Wait, hold on. Have we talked about this on the podcast before?
I don't think so.
Ooh.
Maybe a little bit with Daniel Punkbug, right?
Oh, I think he might have asked us.
Right.
That's right.
But we gave him a
little bit.
short version. We lied to
Yeah.
him on that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe. No, just kidding, Daniel. He's listening.
No,
So what's the story?
we met on Facebook, and that's why I'm like, you want the one we tell our family? Because you know how before it
We
was
tell
like,
the family Facebook.
no, we
Okay.
tell the family we met with like mutual friends, but it was really Facebook.
Through Facebook.
Yeah. But
Okay.
before, you know, it was something that you didn't like. Now it's like, I think everybody meets each other on social media.
Yeah.
And by Facebook, she means like Plenty of Fish or something.
No, it was not a dating site. It was
She
Facebook.
Spa.
No. No, we met through there and then we talked for a while and then he came to meet me and yeah, we talked and then we kind of like parted ways after that. And then
We
it was
parted ways for 10 years.
No, we parted ways for like 7 years.
7 years?
For
Oh,
7
okay.
years.
Oh.
Yeah. And then we reconnected in 2019.
18.
18?
Yeah.
18.
Dang.
Yeah.
Gil knows more. He's like,
I know he is.
like,
I'm like,
That's right.
oh.
8 correction.
See, like,
Correction.
keep drinking ambitious ales and my memory comes back to
Comes
me.
back to you?
Yeah. There's no cups over there, right? Because there's a lot of cables on the floor right now, so please don't.
No.
Okay, you're good. All right. Don't get nervous, okay?
I will.
It's okay. The last time she had this, she was a mess.
knocking cups.
I was knocking cups over. I broke the cups. That's
Oops.
Yeah,
they got
that's
plenty of cups, right?
No, but since then, I don't know. We kind of just been a great fucking team.
Yeah, it seems like it. When she hit me, she's like, yeah, me and my boyfriend have this thing. I was like, that's sick. Hell yeah.
well,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
But yeah, ambitious sales, cool place. I mean, we had what other places did we go to in Long Beach? You hang out in Long Beach? Where do you hang out?
Well,
When you're not fucking taking badass pictures, being in a cool ass band, singing, dancing, acting in Disney movies, like what?
I'm at home. I'm fucking tired.
What's your
I
guilty
am-
pleasure? Like, what's your like, just veg out moment? What do you like to do?
What do I like to do?
Watch
The
TV,
moment of truth.
What do I like to do?
Eat
So
pizza in bed.
I like to smoke weed. I just like to smoke weed and turn off for a second. Like,
Oh, okay.
I like to just like. So I have like I have a porch at my house, and if I'm there during the day, I like to just smoke and just breathe for a second or like ground myself somehow. Or if it's at night, I like to eat. I like to eat and smoke weed and watch TV and just chill out for a second because it gets a little overwhelming. Like I love what I do with a burning passion, and I feel like, I work a lot for it. I'm like on top of everything, and there's moments where I just feel like, hey, I think I'm done enough for today. I need to just kind of take it easy for a moment and just relax, or like, I don't know, sleep.
Okay.
So I like to sleep. I like to just chill out when I'm not, working or trying to come up with a song. But yeah, I guess I would say like every day, what I like to do is write a song or just try to come up with something. And if not, then you usually catch me at home, sleeping, resting, trying to catch up on, I don't know, some murder mystery on Netflix or
There
some
you go,
shit like
true
that.
crime.
Yeah.
Catching up on all the true crime.
Or Nuke's Top 5 on YouTube.
Ooh.
Do you guys watch Nuke's?
No.
Dude.
It's a top 5?
It's a top 5.
Oh.
So basically, Nuke's Top 5 is a series that has a lot of like hauntings, like haunted stuff. So like
Pull it up.
yeah, you should pull it up. This would be my guilty pleasure. Like anything like horror or like murder mystery or
Ooh.
like that's my
right.
jam. Nuke's Top 5. So they show a lot of like scary ghost videos or like experiences that people have had, like real experiences.
Whoa.
And I guess it's like extra scary for me because my dad was always very, like into religion and very much like, oh,
There's a correlation right there, Amber. Do you get that? The correlation
Mhm.
between religion, like being like growing up in a religious family and having them tell you like certain things are,
yeah.
not, and that gets conditioned in your brain.
It does. It so does. My dad would tell me all these like terrifying stories, but like this stuff
Mhm.
is just sometimes I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
that's fake. But there's some things like that I'm like, holy shit, like will scare me.
Do you watch them at night?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
They're better at night, right?
I like to get
No.
I enjoy it. I like
Scare me.
enjoy the rush of like, oh shit. And then
Gil
it's like,
loves to watch scary shit before we go to bed. And
This
I'm like,
is-
no.
this is like real shit. So you'll be like, oh,
Oh, it's real. Okay. Like the
for the
other
most part.
the other day we watched Carrie
Uh-huh.
before,
They're all gonna laugh at you.
right?
Yeah, they're all going to laugh at you.
And what other one was it?
Oh, we tried to watch Hereditary. And I was like, no, I'm going to watch it in the day.
Oh, I have
Ari Aster, dude. Ari Aster is his style of just film and the way he directs a movie is awesome. Yeah, Hereditary and Midsummer.
Oh, Midsummer.
I
was
started
cool.
watching that and I think I fell asleep.
What?
I'm just really bad at watching movies. I like if I lay down or if I like sit down,
Mm.
I'm like
Considering the top 5, you
except this. Like when this is on, I'm like
okay.
I can't sleep.
Because
But
I was gonna say, I was like, you can do a top 5, but you can't do a top 10 because if you switch on a top
Yeah,
10,
that's-
you knock
that's
out.
too long for me.
5 is good. 5 is awesome.
And they vary because sometimes they're like 45 minutes long or 40, and some of them are like really short. And I'm like, the hell! I waited 3 weeks for this.
Damn.
He doesn't have a set schedule, but when he does post, we get the notification. So it's like it's our thing. So my boyfriend and I, this is our like bonding moment or our time to be like, hey, did you hear? There's a new Nuke's Top 5.
That's awesome.
So we're watching it tonight, right? Yeah. All right. Cool. It's
But-
a date.
So Ari has this awesome, cool scene in Midsummer that is just
Which one?
probably the most like, okay, so you know how like when people trip on psychedelics in movies, like it's to me it feels like it's unrealistic, like in the movie. Have you done psychedelics before?
I have.
Okay,
I
so
have.
there's this experience in this imagery in your head when you're looking at different images or you're looking at the world, and sometimes it's distorted in other in movies, like it's distorted. People are laughing,
like really tripping out, but not like really like what actually happened.
Exactly.
It's like exaggerated. I
Yeah,
feel like.
Yeah.
exactly. But Ari's depiction of somebody tripping on magic mushrooms in Midsummer is probably the closest real thing that I can imagine that somebody would be on mushrooms in a movie.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I gotta stay up more often.
See, so did you fall asleep during Midsummer or Hereditary?
Midsummer. I never saw Hereditary. Is that how you call it?
Hereditary?
Yeah. I never saw that, but I did see Midsummer. Yeah, and I knocked out.
See, yeah, okay. So let's see if it won't ruin any of the movie for you, but yeah,
it's just Midsummer's a little slow. Like
it begins off slow.
That's probably why, because I don't know, Amber, if you can relate to this, but the boyfriend's there, and then I start like getting all close, and you're all snuggled there, and you're like a cat. I'm like,
you're like.
But how? I mean, how?
I like to say I feel like a cinnamon roll.
Oh.
What? How is that? That's a fat joke, right?
No, I'm saying me when I'm snuggled up like that.
You're a cinnamon. You feel like a cinnamon roll. You look like one. You smell like one.
Sounds yummy.
Okay, so
this part or no?
No. But how would you fall asleep with it when the?
Oh, that's right. Because
okay, never mind. I don't want to
take that like sip, right? They like all start. That's right. I remember that. I don't know. I just
put magic mushroom scene.
Yeah. I'm just tired.
Really? Like the sister freaking murders the whole family and you fell asleep during that?
Maybe a little before that.
There we go. Truly, yeah. Like a bad trip. What?
The most realistic trip you took? Wow.
I don't think that looked like a bad trip.
No.
I'm going to have to rewatch this.
Obviously, this person hasn't had magic mushrooms because I feel like this is incorrect.
Oh, no, this is just the
trailer, right?
The trailer.
I will say I've never like fully like submerged myself in psychedelics. Unfortunately, I've taken a whole eighth and I haven't like felt that like
enlightenment experience.
For me, every time I take shrooms,
my name is Ari.
It just kind of wakes me up to be like, this is silly. Like whatever I'm like thinking in my head or whatever I'm like nervous about or worried about, I'm just like, this is silly. That's dumb. Like the world is so big. There's so many things going on. Like that's just so dumb of me.
So it makes you like more reflect.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
but
reflective.
I've never really been like, whoa, like suddenly I know the key to life. Like I'm always like, well, that's funny.
You need more. I gotta get you more.
Yeah. I guess
like 2/8, like a quarter.
I guess so. Like every time I tried it in a tea, I tried it in chocolate, I tried just the natural.
Oh, there we go.
And nothing.
Check this out.
I think he's explaining though.
Is he?
Yeah. There's not one word sexual.
She recently suffered a very, very serious loss and is probably not in the best place to take psychotropic drugs.
Can you feel that? The energy coming up from the earth?
A big challenge that we took on in this film was putting the spectator into the experience of somebody going through a mushroom trip. This is the first scene that kind of introduces psychedelic elements in the
Is this Ari talking?
Be more prevalent later on.
Look, the trees too, they're breathing.
There's a lot of sound design work here that's also helping bring us into her subjectivity. When she looks up at the tree, we notice that the tree now seems to be bending and warping, that the texture seems to be moving. As I was working with the visual effects artists on these shots, we managed to experiment a lot and find what was too much and what was not enough.
You guys are like my family.
I would say that some of these
Oh,
shots
you see the grass behind her?
had 80 versions of.
How it's like warping a little bit.
Danny is thrown instantly into a bad trip.
I'm gonna go for a walk.
And from here, we kind of enter this negative vortex.
No. Don't think that. You're fine. It's almost your birthday. You're okay.
Where we start playing with facial warping, warping expressions. This effect was especially difficult to accomplish, and so a big part of my job,
I remember this scene.
my editorial team, was actually to be merciless in the way we watched these effects as they came in.
I guess it's like what Gill was saying, like it's more like it's not just colors and like how they do like when like he said like when
Yeah,
people
not
are
like
on,
pink elephant type shit.
yeah,
and stuff.
like it's just more realistic. I mean, that's what I've been told. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what I've been told. That's
told
what
me.
my friend.
That's what I read on Wikipedia.
That's what Google said. Yeah.
That's what Hero says. But yeah, I mean, this I encourage everybody. Just a really good movie, and that scene is probably the closest thing that I mean, if anybody is like considering even doing any type of psychedelic, like to me, that movie depict like Ari Aster, the director, he shows it really well.
Mm.
Yeah, and I guess he said at the beginning of this video, right, that he wanted to make it as close as possible. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. You should check out the movie, dude.
I think that's always like the first thing I notice is like the colors, like just the breathing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm breathing. Everything is breathing. Like everything breathes. Everything has its own like electricity, I guess I would say, like its own energy, So, but I don't do psychedelics all the time. It's actually quite rare that I do them. But the few times that I have, I've always just been like, wow, well, that's dumb of me to be tripping over something so minute. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, it definitely pulls you out of yourself and shows you.
Yeah. Or
or your situation.
Yeah. I've also like I have two dogs. I have Sophia and I have another dog named Lulu, but Lulu's like a little older. She's like 18. But it's hard to take her out, but I had this moment with her where I was like crying over her. I was like, Lulu. I was just thinking about like our years together, and I just felt like I was kind of talking to her like, hey, like, we've been together through so much. Like, I hope you're comfortable. I hope
while you're tripping.
Okay. Yeah.
Really?
Like, yeah. Just like while I was tripping, I just came up to my dog and I was like, trying to like, I don't know, hope to connect with my dog. Like, hey, like, I hope you're okay. Because my dog's so old now and she's been with me through so many traumatic experiences in my life that have taught me so much that I'm just like, I hope I can give back to you for being there for me through so much. It's like these dogs are just like little angels that are just placed in our lives to guide us and protect us and somehow like bring a little bit of joy. So I'm just like, I hope you lived a good life and I hope you're happy.
Aww. See, and I think that's the common misconception when people think of like psychedelics. Like they think you're just like laying on the floor, like
all
oh
all
man, like the colors, dude.
Trying to, the colors, bro. The walls are melting.
And I feel like it's like the total opposite. Like you're sharp. I'm
gonna jump off the bridge, or I'm gonna jump out the window. Like, come on, dude. That's not.
And it's like you're sharp. I feel like, or what I've been told is that you feel smarter. No.
Well, it's all natural, right? Like it comes from the earth. It's just simply a little bit older and it's dried out, but it's all natural. It's not like, I mean, I hope people aren't adding some extra something to it, but it's like, it's natural. It's God's gift. I don't know. Depending on whatever you believe in, it just comes from the earth. So
yeah, it's like this is coming from the earth. Like it's grown, and when we digest it, it shows us things. I mean, basically, it's the same relationship like we have with food. Like some food gives us energy. Some drink gives us energy. Some, natural food gives us nutrients. And when you eat these mushrooms, they give you their way of nutrients. They give you, some sort of, insight on their own biology.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I have a really cool friend that you should talk to. Her name is Aixa. And she actually has this Instagram her Instagram is Magic Amor.
Oh,
and
okay.
she grows mushrooms and is like not a therapist per se, but aren't all our friends? No, so that's not that. It's I might be following her, so maybe if you go through my followers, you might be able to find her. But she's great. She grows everything herself. It's all natural and it's really good. She's very much about all the good things that life has to offer.
Let's see. Oh, it's weird.
Oh, it's not gonna let you.
Yeah, no, it doesn't let me do it, but just send it to us later.
I'll have to send it to you guys. Yeah, she's great. I think you guys should totally have her. Totally have her on here and like.
Yeah, dude,
talk to her
connect
about
us.
that.
Send her a message or
She's
yeah,
awesome.
we'll connect with her, right, Emma?
Yeah, of course. Do you think like will you ever use like psychedelics like just to help with like creativity, or does smoking weed ever help you like with creativity or writing or music or anything like that? Or do you usually just like plan all of that and you're pretty much like sober?
Yes and no. I guess for me to be creative, I don't know, it just kind of happens. Like I just sit down and, all right, what am I feeling today? Or like, what do I want to do today? Or like, what do I have stuck in my head? I try to not give myself too many rules because I feel like if I give myself like a box to live in,
you're going to live in that box.
Yeah. And I don't think I'm someone that can be contained in a sense where like my head is all over the place. I want to do it all. There's so many things that I like to do. I'm not a one-trick kind of pony. Like I don't know. I'm curious about things, and there's nothing you can't do if you're not setting your mind to it. You can do anything, you know, like anything that you can think of, you can look it up, you can learn about it. There's always room for that. So I think, yeah, that's what usually helps me. But cannabis and magic shrooms are mainly just to relax or take a deeper dive inside myself and be like, what am I hung up about that I'm suddenly realize is just silly and I need to let go of in order to become the best version of myself.
Yeah.
You know? So
you're using them in a good, sense, right? You have the attention. I mean, you're using them as a tool.
Always. Right? It's special. I think that's what we're in my culture. I just found out not too long ago, because I'm kind of detached from my family, that my ancestors are from Nayarit. They're actually a tribe called Cora, and we're like half Cora, half Huichol. So they, do a lot of things with the peyote and they.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So my grandma came down and was like telling me about, how she trekked it all the way to have some peyote, and I was like,
wow,
what? Yeah. So like that's all very sacred. I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna do something like that, it's like set an intention and think about ways you're trying to progress within yourself, or ways you can, become a higher level of yourself, to teach yourself something new, to open a door you didn't know was there. Because like that's what life is about, evolving and growing and seeing what else you can pick up along the way and just being open to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude. Yeah. Well, what was the last time you tripped? Has it been
Oh my God, I trip
a
out
good time?
every day.
I know.
I trip
Every
for
weekend.
everything.
I'm gonna go look at what's why we got that notification. So give me a sec. Okay?
No problem. Should I just...
No, keep going.
Oh.
I'm still talking to you.
Let's see. The last time I tripped, I can't remember if I was on a trip last time I tripped, like an actual trip with my friends, but I remember. No. So the last time I tripped, I didn't actually set an intention. This was like the one time that I was just like, yeah, all right, let's just have some fun. Let's just see where it's at. So this is my boyfriend and I started dating around this time, and we had this like chocolate that my friend Aixa, Magic Amor, gave us, and I had a bite of half of it and he had a bite of half of it, and then we jumped in the cart. We're like, all right, we gotta go run an errand, hurry. We were actually going to his dad's house, so it was kind of scary because his dad, had some kind of emergency, and we're like, don't worry, we'll be there. but we totally forgot that we had eaten this like chocolate mushroom. So we're there, right? And we're like trying to help him out with this medication and just kind of like guiding him. And my boyfriend just kind of like walks out and is like, I can't do this. And we don't drive at this point because we actually were lucky enough to have a friend driving with us in the back, and she kind of guided us. Yeah, but you know, it kind of started to hit, and he was like, I can't do this. And I was like very relaxed. I was just kind of like, we came here on a mission, just relax, and if you need to go outside, go ahead, I will handle it. So there I am, like tripping, like feeling all these like, whew, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm still very much present, and I'm like, okay, hey, what's the number of this person that we need to contact in the morning to let them know that you're not coming into work? Or, you know, we're just kind of like helping him out, and like, yeah, but I'd say that was the last time it happened, and we didn't peak until we got home, which is
that's
great. So the minute we got home, we were able to just like relax. We sat on the couch, and we didn't turn on any lights. We just sat on the couch and we just talked for hours.
Right?
Like, it was just my boyfriend and I just talking about things, crying, laughing, you know, just the usual things that come up in life that were like, oh yeah, you know, this one time in my life, this and this happened. And, you know, just...
And then you cry, and then you laugh.
You cry and you laugh. Yeah, and you're like, haha.
I think like for me, it really matters like who I do it with, because I it's the same. Like, I think it puts you in a really vulnerable state, right? Because you laugh, you cry, you know, hash things out and all that. And I feel like it's not, or at least for me, it's not a party thing. Like, I can't go and be in a big setting with people. It's too much.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I definitely understand. I just want to chill. I just want to be somewhere, listen to some nice music if I feel like it, or just be in silence with my thoughts and just like, I don't know. Yeah, just put yourself in a comfy place. I'm just like, eh.
Have you heard of the stoned ape theory?
No, what is that?
About how Terence McKenna speculates that our ancestors, how they came from the trees, that were tree dwelling monkeys, how they came from the trees, and they were essentially like, they were looking for food. So they would find this cow dung, and on the cow dung there would be mushrooms that were growing from the cow dung. So they would eat the mushrooms, you know, over time, and it grew their frontal lobe, which is the front part of your brain.
Right.
I think I can't remember how large it grew, but it grew like double the size, you know, over time, while they had this diet of magic mushrooms.
Wow. Yeah, they were probably like cracking open their minds in all sorts of ways.
So from there they would trip, and that would make them better hunters. That would make them better lovers, meaning that they would multiply a lot faster, especially with the different change in genome. So their offspring grew, like they would be born with larger brains as well. Yeah. And then even just they invented language from psilocybin mushrooms.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing where these mushrooms grow and how fast they grow, and like all the benefits that come with them. Not just psychedelic mushrooms, but even like
mushrooms in general.
Mushrooms in general, like
reishi, lion's
I love lion's
mane.
mane. Yeah, shiitake. Like, it's all good. My friend Mo has a little restaurant called El Hongo. It's another thing you guys should check out. But him and Aixa both work with like mushrooms, so both psychedelic and non-psychedelic.
Really?
Yeah, he's like has this like vegan kind of thing going, but with mushrooms, because there's so many benefits with that, and it's just like so good for you in so many ways.
Yeah, you can make drinks out of it. You can make beverages out of it. It can be like your main course in your meal. Mm-hmm. I know that there's this thing called mud water that has like I've
heard of that.
Have you heard of it? Yeah. It's like there's like 5 different types of mushrooms in. I think Amber, we had it the other day. Like last week, your sister had some.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
It was awesome. It was really good. Yeah, I mean, I think because we're so used to drinking a lot of caffeine in the morning, that way, like it was like really different. I don't know. Caffeine is
This is the mushroom coffee.
it's caffeine is addicting.
It is. It's very acidic too. Like yeah.
Are you a coffee drinker?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I was like a very big tea fan, and then I went away from tea and got into coffee, and then back to tea. So I'm kind of both. Coffee is just, it helps when you haven't had it for a long time and you really want to wake up. It helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I like it like rich. Like I like espresso. I like
Okay. Americanos.
yeah, just
Okay.
the cold brews.
So you like coffee. You don't like
Cold.
sugar.
Yeah,
You don't
no.
like a big, large 32 ounce of
Nah.
sugar.
That's how
Yeah.
we are. We like the real taste.
Yeah.
Of it.
Nah, I like coffee, like black, just
Yeah.
coffee.
Like that bitter dirt
Yeah,
taste. Yeah.
I don't know why. I just
No,
like it.
we're the same.
it's like I like IPAs, bitter. I like wine, like red wine, bitter. Like the less sweet it is, the better for me
better,
personally.
yeah.
But yeah,
What was your you good?
yeah. Sorry, I got all excited. I'm like,
What was your favorite thing to make when you're a bartender? How are you on time, by the way?
I'm okay. I'm chilling.
You're chilling?
I'm work.
You're
off
good?
work. I'm chilling.
You're
yeah.
good to hang out with us?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
All right.
So, what was the question?
Bartending.
Bartending. What was my favorite cocktail to
Yeah.
make?
Not to drink, to make.
To make, I guess I would say I like a lot of things. I like old fashions mainly because
I love old fashioned.
yeah,
What kind of bourbon? What do you like to? What
Okay.
bourbon do you like to drink with
All
your
right.
old fashioned?
okay. Why am I coming up blank?
It happens to
So-
me. Don't worry.
What's it called? There was Templeton Rye.
Okay.
I love Templeton Rye.
I can see the bottle.
Yeah,
I can see the bottle.
You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's. I like it number one because you go to a liquor store and it's not like the most expensive thing, but it's like it's all right. You'll find it for like 24 or 25 bucks
Mhm.
somewhere, you know. So it's like a happy medium. I feel like you're not like quite at 30, but you're like
Yeah.
it's a good one. It's not too sweet. It's smooth. I can drink that on the rocks or just neat. But it just kind of depends on who I'm serving. So like if someone likes it sweet, I would go for like a Four Roses bourbon.
Okay.
And I like that because that's distilled in port wine barrel, so that's what makes it sweet. And yeah, it's just tasty. And with the rock, you just let it
Yeah.
melt a little bit. But it's fun because it goes way back. Like an old fashioned is like a classic, real prohibition type of drink. It's
Right.
one that they started creating because you couldn't drink alcohol, but you want to make it tasty. So there's a cherry, there's an orange, boom, some sugar, some bitters, and then just the whole idea of like a fruit having, like a chemical that makes the drink
Right.
smell a certain way is like another element.
What kind of cherry?
Well, to garnish bourbon, it's a
Okay.
bourbon cherry, and to put it inside, my bar had maraschino cherries. It just kind of depends on the person. So
Oh, okay.
I personally like the bourbon cherries a little bit
Isn't-
better.
Isn't it like a true classic is made with the black cherry?
Bourbon cherry.
Bourbon cherry.
It's just a maraschino cherry that has been like submerged in whiskey for a period of time. That's
Oh,
all it
okay.
is. That's a bourbon cherry. It's still a maraschino cherry. It's just I think it is. We should Google that.
I'm like, we can.
Yeah.
It makes sense that it would be like steeped in the bourbon for like days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
would kind of like leave it there to marinate for a
Yeah.
little bit and then pull it out.
Like carne asada, you marinate it.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now we're talking my language.
Yeah, like what kind of cherry is used for a bourbon cherry?
What is a bourbon? There we go. Bourbon cherry.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
give you like all the whiskey options.
Yeah. But at my bar, we mainly had like Maker's
yeah.
Mark.
Mhm.
What's that turkey one?
Wild turkey.
Wild turkey, four roses.
Yeah, see, it's a maraschino cherry soaked in bourbon.
Yeah, see, yeah. So it's just a regular.
I thought a black cherry was like a
I think there are black
they're
cherries.
different, right? Like
Yeah.
okay.
I think so.
But they probably change in color when it's like
Totally.
submerged in the.
Yeah.
But there's not like a specific fruit named black cherry.
There is a black cherry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is like a black cherry, but this is a bourbon cherry, and a bourbon cherry is
Oh,
simply
okay.
the maraschino.
Soaked in. Okay.
Instead of putting it in like cherry juice, like that, like sugary cherry juice, you put it in bourbon.
Okay.
Yeah, you just let it like kind of soak up the juices.
There we go. I started getting into to old fashions and whiskey after watching Mad Men.
Really?
Yeah.
What, did it just make you like crave it?
Don
or-
Draper just he
Yeah.
every time he went for his liquor cabinet would make a drink, and I'm like, I need an old fashioned.
Yeah. Suddenly I just
Suddenly
I need an old fashioned. Yeah.
Angie, so what's next for you? Like what? I mean, you've mastered music, acting, and
Have I?
photography. I mean, you're pretty good at it. What's like your next thing that you want to learn or maybe try to do?
Well, I'm like in the process of like trying to learn the saxophone.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the
Which one?
saxophone, the alto.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
the alto. I had a friend that gave me a sax on one condition. It was a beautiful vintage saxophone. He's like, I'll give it to you. You got to learn it though. I was like, all right. And then COVID happened.
Yes, sir.
So I like had a homie who has a friend that actually teaches saxophone. And he kind of gave me some Zoom lessons, and you know, it was fun, but I would like to get back into that. I think right now I'm just I'm just learning. I'm just kind of forever the student. I'm with this new band that I'm like currently writing with. It's been a challenge because yes, I am a Latina. Yes, I speak Spanish, but it's a whole different thing to write in Spanish. And although I've written a few songs in Spanish,
What's the difference?
well, there's like they fit more syllables.
Okay.
Sometimes it just
I can
depends
see
on
that.
what you want to go for. Like you can give me like a sweet little 8 to 16 bar song, right? And I could probably figure out 2 or 3 different melodies for it. Now, trying to fit words into those melodies is another thing. So like sometimes you can rhyme with a song, sometimes you cannot, sometimes you can. So I'm really trying to figure out how to say what I mean without actually saying what I mean, but also, you know, like finding the words that fit into that. And I don't know if you can relate, you know, you said you were a No Sabo kid. I feel like
It sounds like a lot of syllables.
yeah,
That's-
it's
just-
totally hard. I mean, although like I said, although I was raised the way I was,
Yeah.
I went to a lot of private schools, which means I was raised with a lot of like white kids.
Mhm.
And there's nothing wrong with that,
Yeah.
but it's a different world. It really is. And there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just you learn to kind of like see it from another perspective. Like it's just different. They're raised differently. Everyone is
Yeah. raised
differently. Every culture is raised differently. So you kind of learn from here and there and you like take from that. So I'm like a lot of things in one. So I try to like figure out a way to like incorporate all sorts of things and learn from all sorts of things and just kind of I don't know if I'm like getting to a point here, but just basically like trying to go with the flow of what I've learned and where I'm at in my life. Because there's lots of things that I learned being from all sorts of people, being from high school up to now. Does that make sense? Kind of like,
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
take inspiration from a lot of things that are around me.
Yeah.
A lot of things that I've learned being from Catholic school to a Hispanic upbringing to, you know, I used to like take care of like senior Indian people that also taught me a lot of things about their rich culture. They're just like such amazing art and such amazing things that come from their culture too. And I'm just always like in awe. Like I find myself like wanting to be a part of that, or like even like, you know, like Filipinos have such a rich culture as well, and I've learned so much from them as well. And like I have friends that are Filipinos. I'm like wanting to dive into the world and wanting to somehow incorporate that into what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Like where would, yeah, like you were talking about, like you pull your inspiration from every age of Angie and every stage of Angie, and like where would you, I mean, where else will you pull information from, you know, like, I mean, pull inspiration from, like, it has to be like from your experience. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I feel like music is so special, because at least like the things that I'm writing are not like, it's not just a song, it's an experience. It's like something that actually happened to me, and it's so vulnerable because I'm like on stage, as happy as it sounds, I'm like singing about stuff that like really happened, or that that really mattered, or just yeah, totally.
So did you write Love Me Too?
Yes, I did.
You wrote that one?
Yes, I did.
Care to
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? Did I miss something?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah. I wrote Love Me Too. Love Me Too. Yeah, it's just basically,
it's on Spotify,
like,
by the way.
It is on Spotify.
Listen to it right now.
If you're curious.
And then come back.
And then come back to this. But Love Me Too is just like, you know, about like being excited about somebody and like just having it kind of all go to shit and just be like, hey, I can't save you, but the only thing I can hope is that someday you'd love me as much as I love you. That's basically what the song is about.
Damn.
Like, I hope that someday you could love me as much as I love you, like regardless of the bullshit and everything you throw at me. Like, I hope you know that like I love you and this is real, and like I hope you could see that, and I hope you could like love me the same way, pretty much.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, and I have a single coming out this Friday. I've been like doing the countdown. I'm sure you guys have been seeing me
watching,
work my ass off for these stupid reels,
crying, hoping.
I'm like, but yeah. So this next song, "Awful Thing," I wrote it on Instagram that it's a song about sticking up for yourself and like knowing your self-worth, because it's about like someone telling you something really mean. And the first lyric is like, what an awful thing to say when you just won't get your way. But there was nothing I could do. I was so in love with you, you know, like it was like regardless of all the bullshit you put me through, like I still love you, but also like, baby, you're a mess and I'm depressed, but you don't deserve me in my Sunday best. You know, it's kind of, it's like that kind of thing. So this is another very vulnerable song. And funny enough, this song was like a throwaway song.
Really?
Yeah, the boys didn't want to play. They were like, this sounds like everything else. I'm like, no, it doesn't. So, no, I was like, no. And then Eddie helped me to write the bridge. So he is the one that actually shreds on the solo for this song.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Amazing. Fucking amazing.
Eddie's a very good guitar player. I follow him too.
Yeah, Eddie's awesome. All the musicians that I work with are literally my heroes. Like I've handpicked these guys because they're my personal heroes. Like I've watched Bobby for years drum for all these sick ass bands.
Really?
Yeah. He's been on tour several times. He's done a lot, seen a lot. Was a bouncer for a strip club at some point.
Dang.
So he'd like tell us all his crazy stories. Yeah, he's cool. But yeah, everybody's awesome. But yeah, like that's how personal these songs are, you know. They're it's a real experience. From the first song of the album, which is Crying. By the way, the album's going to be coming out March 17th.
There we go. Dude, and I was going to ask you too, like, okay, you're going to have the single out coming on Friday, but are you guys, so you are working on a full album?
Yeah, so we've already finished recording the album. It's been a long time coming.
Oh.
And like I've told you before, it's like we recorded this with several people. We've grown along the way So we've like, I don't know, we've just added extra things to it. We've like played it live several times. We're like, okay, well, now that we, know how the song really, really is from front to back, back to front, middle to whatever, now we know what we want to add or what we want it to sound like on the album. And it's very raw. The first album is very raw. It's recorded with a bunch of 60s instruments and 60s microphones. And like, so it's very like
that's awesome.
time period. It's true to its sound. There's probably like a little bit of reverb and a little bit of slap back, but it's all instruments. It's not like extra whatever. It's very classic.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be coming out March 17th, and we're hoping to have a record release show on that same day. I'm not sure where quite yet, but we're still kind of picking out the bands, and we're hoping to promote for like a good amount of time.
Damn, dude.
Make it a prom themed.
Oh, really?
Prom themed event. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, we're like, 50s, 60s kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's
And-
freaking cool.
Yeah, and like we're kind of thinking like, the movie what's that one? It's like Reggie. What's it called?
La Bamba.
Yeah.
La
La
Bamba.
Bamba, exactly. So we wanted
Oh,
to make it like,
yes.
how they're in their like
Yeah,
burgundy
yeah,
suits and
yeah.
stuff. There's balloons everywhere at the
That's
gym.
fucking awesome, dude.
So yeah, we want to make it like that, like very like
That's
prom
really cool.
themed, where you come in, you get a photo. I like want to make corsages for people and like roses that guys can like put on, depending
Oh,
on
that's
ticket
cool.
sales,
Yeah.
where like people can really have the experience and also like fucking rock out to some sick ass music.
Yeah.
Just like have fun.
Do you think, like, obviously, like, Gill and I are very into, and I think that's something that kind of brought us together, is we're very into, like, 50s, 60s, 70s music.
It's cool.
And fashion. Be quiet.
You're like,
It's all right.
No, I mean, we are, but not all of our generation is into that. Like, have you always been into it, and like the rest of the guys, or like how did that happen? And what do you think? Do you think your music will bring like that whole genre to a new generation?
Where do I begin?
I know.
Well, I feel like there is a very big underground scene going on, and they're always about the like 60s. Like for sure, the 60s, the garage 60s is like always thriving. But everything comes in cycles. Like the 70s glam is like right now in.
Yeah.
Like that's really great. Like the 70s pop rock is like in right now. But it just depends where you're at, because also the soul thing is popping off.
Yeah.
So I don't really know if we're really going to bring that back, but I'm just playing what I like. I'm just playing chords that I put together. If it sounds a certain way, it's because the guys make it sound a certain way. Because my boys, like, they also like that stuff. Like Bobby is very heavy on the like retro, old sounding 50s, 60s strictly.
Mhm.
He doesn't do anything other than that. It's all like his dream was to have a 60s beat band. And when I was like, yo, dude, I got some songs, you want to jam? And he said yes. I was like, oh, really? So he makes it sound beat. He makes it sound the way, it's all in the playing. David is also a very big Buddy Holly fan, a very big Beatles fan. And Eddie is a very big Beach Boys, very big Beatles fan. Carlos likes like a lot of like pop, like pop punk, like My Chemical Romance, but also is very like influenced by the soul scene and all that. So we have a good mix going on. I'd say we all like that, the 50s and the 60s and like the like old nostalgic kind of feel.
Yeah, that's like when I first heard you guys, that was that was like the thing that, like I said, like I was talking to you about the top of this, how like when you guys did that 4 to 5 piece, I think it was 4 or 5. You guys
we
do 5?
We didn't have David. Yeah, it was 4.
It was 4?
4 of us.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we
it
missed
was
David.
it was a 4-piece harmony on that part, and I was just like, whoa.
Dude, it's a whole other ball game, like playing and singing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like crazy. It's hard.
I think I told you that, Gil. I was like,
What?
I don't know how people sing and play like at the same time.
I could barely walk and talk.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I can't think
It's
of myself.
hard.
doing
And
two
you're
things.
like coordinated and not
you
a-
still dance. And
Yeah,
you, like, get
exactly.
into
You guys
it.
still-
It's like, fuck.
It's
how?
it's number one, practice.
Okay.
Number two, like, I don't know, you get so used to it and you get so like, it's just fun. Like, overall, I never want to fake it. Like, I always want to have fun. I always want to be true to what I feel and how I feel. And yeah, like if the music moves you, go ahead and dance. If it doesn't, that's fine. It's totally cool. Everyone feels their own way and I respect that completely. But yeah, if you see me wiggling up there, I'm literally just like, just having fun.
Having a good time up there.
I'm just having fun. Like I said, it's a privilege. It's a privilege to be able to do that up there and to like have people like watch. I don't know, 'cause it's scary, but it's also like fun. It's exhilarating.
Yeah, being up there, having people watch you.
Well, yeah, when you're doing something scary, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I just told you, like, Nuke's Top 5 kind of, like, gives me, like, a woo. So, like, being scared to play and, like, being up there playing, I'm like, woo.
But I think, I mean, a normal person, right? I mean.
What does that mean?
I know, I'm like,
hold on,
normal?
wait. Just a normal person that doesn't, you know, show their vulnerability in front of an audience is what I'm saying. A person that doesn't do that thinks that what you do on stage is terrifying because sometimes it is. It can be, right?
I don't even know anymore. I feel like I've heard so many different perspectives that I'm like, what do people think? Because I know one side people are like, whatever, like,
it's easy.
They suck. This ain't anything. And I know this because like I've been in another band and my ex-bandmate like saw this other band and was like, you know, would like come back to practice and like be all like, oh, and I'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like, really? Huh. Cool. All right. You know? So I kind of got left with that idea in my head that like, oh, you know, like, damn, are people like coming up to like watching us and being like, oh, I can do this in my sleep. And like for sure, like they might, but overall, it takes a lot of courage to be up there.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of like practice and a lot of like determination to be up there and to stay up there and to like have that belief in yourself that like, hey, you know, if people aren't feeling it, fuck it. I am, and I'm going to just follow my heart on it. And if people like it, awesome. Like that just keeps making it that much better. But if not, you kind of have to find your own motivation to continue to do it because there's been a lot of bands that I've loved that have not made it. And I'm always like, damn, like, oh, remember that one band? Fuck, they were sick. You know?
What's making it to you?
I don't know. I don't quite know. I'm still figuring that out. I was once in another band and it went really well for us and it's still going really well for them and I'm really proud of them. But yeah, we curated this whole thing. It was basically myself and my other bandmate and they were like she was more like a sister to me. I mean, not anymore, but she was mainly like a sister to me and we just bounced off ideas like crazy. It was like being one and the same. So it was easy to like move forward because it was like two people that had that same ideals and the same, you know, the same kind of upbringing. So the same work ethic and the same everything. And it really propelled the band forward, just working constantly at it and like creating a vision, sticking with an aesthetic, constantly like anything we posted was like curated, you know, we knew who our audience was. We knew who we were. We knew what brand we were trying to sell. And by sell, I don't necessarily mean like money, but just basically like put out so people can register and be like, oh.
That's your brand, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
When I see this, I think of that, you know? It's like
absolutely.
A brand. So that really helps. But yeah, I don't know. I'm getting off like topic.
That's what we do here on the Mind Buzz.
Yeah, we don't have a topic.
We go on topic and then we go off topic and then we talk about No Sabo Kids.
Yeah, but I guess like making it to me means like going on tour, selling out shows.
Yeah.
And I think, something that all of us could agree on is we want to do this for a living. Like I would love to dedicate 100% of my day making music. Like, it wouldn't be a job to me just like photography right now is kind of not a job to me. It's really fun to be able to create a vision for people to look at through a screen and be like, oh, wow, this looks aesthetically like something like I would do in the morning, but it's really like not like that. You go into the studio and the studio is really shitty and really like, practically falling apart and really messy, but like you make this really cool piece of art that people can look at and be like, wow, that life must be a certain way. But it's not, it's like all what you make of it. It's all really what you make of it. And that's what I'm trying to do. And that's, I guess I would like to just go on tour and make music for a living, whether it's a jingle for somebody, whether it's a song for somebody else, whether I'm singing it or not. I would just love to be in music. Just plain and simple. I just want to do this for the rest of my life.
And that's making it.
And that's making it to me. Just being able to spend from the minute I rise, drink my tea, smoke my herb, whatever I got to do, and just kind of go through my day writing a song or coming up with a song. Do you follow Charlie Puth? Do you guys know, like, on TikTok? Do you guys?
I don't.
Okay, well.
Do you, Amber?
No, I
No?
don't.
So on TikTok, Charlie Puth is on there, and I'm kind of like not a big fan of the mainstream, but I have learned to observe and like kind of try to learn from it. And Charlie Puth is constantly like making songs, and he's like, what if I made a song out of, this cat's breath? Or what if I made a song out of like this? And it's really inspiring because it's like you can make a song out of just about anything.
Oh, he's a songwriter. Okay.
Yeah, he's a singer-songwriter. I think that's my main goal. Is like I would like to write songs for people and just kind of be like a producer, or like, hey, it would be super sick if you started a song with this, or like, okay, I've heard your song once or twice, like, all right, it's like this kind of vibe. What if we added like this kind of stuff to it? Or like, I hear some harmonies on this side, or it'd be sick if we added a synth to this and I wanted to sound like airy and, you know? So that's kind of where I'm trying to go to, but I don't know how to do that quite yet, besides
but you will.
offering my services and being like, hey, I noticed that your band is like this. I like that sound too. Check this out. I'd like to sell you a song.
Yeah.
Or I'd like to like work with you and help you develop that thing that you're going after.
How crazy it is to listen to one piece of a song and create a full fucking orchestra studio of different, types of instruments doing exactly opposite things, but doing a coming together in one certain component. That has to be fucking crazy for somebody to think.
It's a language.
Absolutely.
It's definitely a language. Like, it's just, I've tried to talk about this to so many people. And by so many people, I mean my parents, like my mom and my dad, and like just my coworkers, and they've always been like, "Well, that's nice," like, "Oh yeah, that's good." But to other musicians, like, "Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, when the bass goes like this, or like
I hear something else."
Extra, it's a language. You have to talk about it with someone else that can just talk with you and like understands it. Like just can really dive into it and appreciate it.
Right.
It's like a religion. It's a language. I've always felt that
a language. Okay, that's a good way to. I just think it's a fucking crazy thing that somebody just thinks about.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, listening. I mean, getting one piece of thing and just creating this whole story in your brain within X amount of time listening to something.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
And the best part is that everyone has their own perspective. So back in college, when I was taking a photography class, the only photography class that I've ever taken in my whole life, but my teacher was like, your art has to stand out for its own, You're not going to be in a museum in front of your painting explaining to everyone that's viewing it what it means. People are going to come up and are going to make their own ideas on it, or they're going to make up their own stories about what they see and how what they see makes them feel. So you can't represent yourself. You have to just make it, and like the half of the fun is seeing how people interpret that, you know?
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I was just talking to damn, his name is escaping me. The one that we did the other day. Sorry, why is
Cody.
it? What? Yeah, Cody Jimenez. I'm sorry, dude. Cody Jimenez, badass artist. You guys can listen to him on the last podcast that we did besides this one. But I was we were talking about his art and how subjective art is. And do you think music is the same way?
Yeah.
I mean, even though that there's lyrics there's actually spoken word in it, do you think that it's still subjective?
Yeah. Another thing that just cannot be contained. Yeah, it's different for everybody. Like some people listen to the lyrics, some people listen to the melodies, some people don't even care what it's about, just as long as it's like something
something you can bob your head
Yeah.
to dance to. Okay.
Yeah, so it's definitely just however it makes you feel, however you feel, like just like I said, throw it on a wall and see if it sticks.
What do you first like go for if you are listening to a song for the first time? Like, do you listen to the lyrics first? Do you listen to the melody, the bass line, the beat?
I don't know anymore because I'm like all over the place. First, I would say melody, and I'm just gonna pick that because just if it's catchy, that's like the first thing is like the melody. If the melody is catchy, I'd be like na 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 na, you know. And then I'd probably start listening to the lyrics.
Okay.
So, and then the structures of things, like how people write what they write, or if it follows a natural structure, and like what is a natural structure?
What is an actual
like
structure? An
intro, verse, maybe 2 verses, and then the chorus, and then the verse again, and a chorus, and a bridge, and an outro. You know, like how that goes.
What is a bridge? Because I know what a verse is. I know what a chorus is. What's a bridge?
A bridge is like the middle, like not the middle part, but just like the breakdown before it ends.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Can there be 2 bridges? Or no? Or is a bridge?
Maybe.
Or is a bridge solely to? Maybe can a bridge stop like at the first act? You know what I mean? Like maybe there's different endings in a song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There are no rules.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what?
Like, can it be that way?
Yeah, there are no rules.
Okay.
There are no rules, which brings me back to like overthinking and how silly it is to be like, oh, this isn't good enough. But also like, just fucking throw it out there and see if people like it, because somebody will. Some people might really hate it and talk a bunch of shit, but some people might really like it, and you might be their like biggest hero. You just don't know.
Yeah.
The important thing I feel is that you just continue to feed your soul and you continue to do what you want to do. Like, the views don't matter. If people like it or hate it, yeah, it might matter. It might hurt, or it might be really awesome for you. But also, like, does it feed your soul? Like, is it you? I don't know. Like, just making art in general, making music in general is just, for me, putting myself out there and being the most vulnerable and being like, hey, this is what I am. This is who I am. This is what I've been through. You can vibe with it or not. And if you do, like, wow, that's really special. And if you don't, well, that's okay. I like it. And I'm just fulfilling something for me, you know? Not necessarily for anybody else, but just for that person inside of me that has this longing to write something silly or write something fun, or, you know, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Angie.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Say that again.
Like, don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. Have you seen that?
No.
What?
Shia LaBeouf, right?
Thank you.
Okay.
I was like,
hold on. Is it Shia LaBeouf or is it Frankie Muniz?
Shia LaBeouf.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because I got that one
It's
wrong
Shia.
earlier.
No, it's Shia for sure.
Is it? Or is it Amanda Bynes?
No.
You sure?
I miss Amanda Bynes.
I know.
Positive?
Pobrecita.
Oh, you didn't know. I was going to say, did you meet her? But she was on Nickelodeon, right?
Yeah.
Amanda Bynes went a little cray.
Because of that one dude.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
That one dude. What do you mean?
What's his name?
The producer?
Yeah, what's his name?
Oh.
Google him.
Oh, the guy on
Nickelodeon,
that
yeah.
made a bunch of people all weird.
Yeah, look it
the
up.
feet guy. What's his
The
name?
feet guy.
The feet guy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was like
he-
into like feet. And what's her name? Also made like a statement. Like a bunch of Nickelodeon kids made a statement.
Yeah,
There's also a book too.
The blonde girl did a whole book. I read her
Oh
book.
yeah. Was
What's
it
her-
good, Amber?
It was really good. The one I'm glad my mom is
Yeah,
dead or something.
yeah.
Like that. Yeah. What the heck was
It's like
yeah.
Charlotte or what was her name?
She talks about him in the book. Yeah.
Dan. Hold on.
Gosh. I
Oh,
can't
Dan
imagine.
something.
Come on, people are yelling at us right now through the
Through the screen.
screen and
Brilliant.
through Spotify and Apple
Dan
Podcasts.
Schneider.
There we
There you
go.
go.
Dang.
Este pinche weirdo.
Este pinche patas.
Yeah.
Did I get that right?
Yeah, you got it
God,
right.
I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
What? But hold on. Why is he? Why was he the feet guy? Because they
Well-
did different shots of like the feet.
They made
in
he made the kids do
Nickelodeon?
like weird stuff with their feet. Like every episode of everything he produced had to include feet. Like
It had to.
often.
That was on like the
Must do.
the must do.
He just did some crazy things and like put people through some uncomfortable situations where it's just like, it's
Yeah.
just inappropriate.
Oh, it's her right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this book is really good.
Okay, so pull up the book,
Dang,
Amber,
I'd
so
like
we
to
can.
read it.
I don't know what it's. I think it's called like.
I'm glad my
I'm
mom
glad
is
my
dead.
Mom is dead, or
That's what it's called. Yeah, I'm glad my mom died.
My mom died. Yeah. This one. Oh, Janet McCurdy.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Dang, I gotta read that.
Yeah, you gotta read it.
Read it or listen to it on audiobook too.
Yeah, that counts too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That counts as reading a book, right?
I do audiobooks.
Jeez, I wonder why she named it like that. Just
I
like,
forgot the dog was here. I was like, what's in my face? Yeah, come here. No, she's fine. Oh, pick her up. Let's get one last shot.
Mom, please.
I.
Say something in the mic.
She's like.
What would she say right now? What would Sophia say? Sophia, right?
Yeah, Sophia. I don't know. She's probably like, I'm tired.
She's like, get me the hell out of here.
She's so well behaved.
She was asleep the whole time, huh? Under the table.
She's been chilling next to me.
Aw.
Yeah. There was a couple of times where her tail will wag and I was like, what is scraping up against me?
We forgot she was here.
I'm gonna be on that top 5 show that Angie. I'm gonna be on that show right now because the studio is haunted.
No, it's just little Sophie.
Angie,
Yes.
thanks for hanging out with us.
Well, thanks for having me. If you guys ever want to reach out, you can follow me on Instagram at My Wild Love or follow my bands, the McCharmlys. That's THEMCCHARMLYS_ or follow the Tritones or Oralia. Just follow me on Instagram. And you'll see all that there in my bio.
What about any upcoming? Are you guys playing anywhere?
Sheesh. Oh, yeah.
It's Saturday, right?
Yeah, this Saturday we play at the Airliner. You
Oh,
guys should
that's
come.
right.
So apparently the Airliner's closing down
Whoa.
this month. So
Okay.
come check out the historic
Oh, we gotta go.
place, the Rhythm Shaker, Storm House. It's gonna be fun. And our album comes out March 17th. So just follow us on Instagram, and we'll lead you into the countdown.
Ooh.
Yeah, check us out right there. Nice.
Anything else? What about your photography? Do you do for other people or just you?
Yeah, well, I'm always open to it. If anybody needs any photos, hit me up. Any videos, let me know. Or you can just follow my Instagram, my Who Is Angelica page.
These
You can
are
find all
awesome.
that in my bio. Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Or if you need a song written for you, just let me know.
Hey, there it is.
There's a lot of stuff.
You're a jack of many trades.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Cool. Angie, thanks for,
Thank you for having
coming
me,
out
guys.
and doing all this. And thank you guys for watching on YouTube and you guys listening to on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Come check us out this This day on. Oh, wait, hold on. You're showing me something. Ambitious Ales, thanks for sending out
Ambitious Ales, thank you so much.
this.
Delicious.
Appreciate it. See you guys.
Buenas noches.
The Mind Buzz.
Come check us out in Paramount on Thursday. Next Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks,
Open
guys.
mic.
Open mic. Duh. All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.